Hi and welcome to my channel. So a new year always comes with new changes. Lots of promises were made last year and they were like, oh, we're going to fulfill these things in the new year. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the changes that I'm particularly interested in, the changes that, I find really amazing and that I just cannot wait for them to be implemented. So whether you're already in the UK or you're still out of the UK intending to come in, these changes are going to be relevant to you. They're going to be affecting you somehow. So you 100% want to watch the video till the end so that you're aware of what all of these changes are. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, such a privilege having you. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate the time you take to watch these videos. I really do hope that you're implementing, because I'm calling this year 2023 the year for implementation, because there are people online looking for information, constantly asking the same question over and over, being told the same thing, and they're not implementing. You want to implement that. And before I get started, I'm going to be doing a live session, at the end of this month, where I'm going to be talking about career progression pathways in the UK, why you should move to the UK, how you can move to the UK, what are the different pathways available to you, to use and move to the UK. So you want to make sure that you're checking, you have a look at the comment section. You're going to see a link to my newsletter. If you join that newsletter, then obviously I'm going to send a link for you to join that session. So it's going to be on Zoom. It's not going to be on YouTube, because I want it to be interactive. I want you to be able to, just be away from all the distractions over here on YouTube. Because YouTube, there's quite a lot going on and videos here and there. I want it to be, a serene environment where we are interacting with each other. So you 100% want to watch, to join that that newsletter, so that you get that information obviously sent to you. And so let me talk about the first change. The first change, that is coming up this year that I just cannot wait for, is the fact that Ireland has a scheme where they'll be recruiting 1,000 carers. So this was announced last year by the health minister, because obviously so many carers have resigned because the cost of living has gone up. Fuel prices have gone up significantly, and this has negatively impacted on carers back in Ireland. And that's why they've decided that for this new scheme, one of the reasons why I'm so excited about it is not only because they're going to be recruiting 1,000 carers, is because they're going to be paying for travel as well. And the pay is 27,000 per year, which is absolutely amazing. Just to put this into context, that is how much you're going to earn in the UK as a newly qualified nurse. So this is an amazing opportunity if you're a carer and you're watching this. Also make sure that you're joining my newsletter, because once recruitment starts, obviously I'm going to let you know. And in case, by the way, if this is your if you're new to the channel, this is your first time for us meeting, my name is Melvis. I currently work for the NHS in England as an advanced nurse practitioner. I also studied in the UK as an international student, so I've gone through the whole process of applying for uni, moving to the UK and all that. So I do empathize with those of you that are still planning to move here. And I say, look, this year it's your time. Just be patient, follow the processes, follow the procedures. Don't get too distracted, with shiny object syndrome. That's how I call it. Too many things going on at once. Stay focused. And I have a private coaching program where I support nurses, carers, student nurses, prospective student nurses with career progression in the UK. If you're looking for those clinical healthcare jobs, then I can support you with the process. How do you apply? Where do you apply? Interview, CV, what do you need? If you're looking for non-clinical healthcare jobs, because look, many of the non-clinical healthcare jobs in the UK pay more than clinical healthcare jobs, which means that as a doctor coming out of university earning 28,000, somebody can come in with no degree, no experience, no qualifications, and earn £35,000 as their first salary. And this is something that I've supported some of the members in my private coaching program to apply for some of these jobs. And it is staggering. I sit down and I think, oh my goodness, these are amazing opportunities that are there in the UK, especially if you're already in the UK. You 100% want to check out my private coaching program so that you get the support that you need. You can go through what some of these roles are, see where you live, which one are you interested in, which one is best for you, to make sure that you're applying for these opportunities. Because look, moving to the UK is only the beginning of the process. As far as I'm concerned, it is not an achievement in itself. It is what you do with your life in this country that I'm really interested in. Because when I moved to the UK myself, 10 years ago, I moved because I wanted to progress in my career. I didn't move to the UK because I wanted to become a nurse. No, I moved because I wanted to progress in my career, which means without a career progression, staying in the UK is not worthwhile. So if you're also coming here, you're using these pathways like the carer pathway, you're using it as a pathway, which is what it is, to get into the UK. Once you're here, I expect you, to be able to upgrade yourself, to be able to do more, no disrespect, for the role of a carer. But I mean, we've come a long way. You want to be able to do more. You want to achieve more. You want to earn more. We have a lot of responsibility. You cannot be earning £20,000 for the rest of your career. It is not good enough. So that's why I'm so passionate about career progression. And you can join my newsletter. Obviously, you get those updates, you have that live session. But most importantly, if you want that support from me, you need to be part of my private coaching program, which is where I really support. We have weekly live sessions. We have a nursing community hub, which is available 24/7 to ask questions. If there are any updates, I send it to the members. We discuss it during those live sessions. You've got an interview. I support you to prepare for that interview. Your CV, your application, it's got to be top notch. Everything has to be on point. If you're a nurse, you want, career progression, you're thinking, I want to get into management, I want to be a nurse anesthetist, advanced nurse practitioner like myself, that's what I do, then obviously I'm going to walk you through those pathways. I've also got courses that all the members have access to, where we have 15 specialist nursing pathways. So these are career progression pathways, 15 of them for nurses, to follow. So please know that there is a lot of support out there. I don't want you feeling stuck, in your UK journey, because like I say, if you join my private coaching program, then you've got that support. Also, I do lots of videos on this channel about career progression, how to prepare for interviews, just to make sure that you're supported, because I do appreciate that not everybody can be a part of my private coaching program to get that one-on-one support. So I do have those videos for you to make sure that they're still supporting you with the journey. So, nurses, carers, nurses, student nurses, midwives, it is for you. So like I was saying, Aaron is going to be recruiting 1,000 nurses. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I don't want you to be a stranger here. I want you to hit subscribe, turn on that notification button, because you want to be the first to be notified every single time when I drop a new video on here. The next change that I'm really, really keen and looking forward to is the fact that people will be able to study medicine to become medical doctors in the UK without going to university the traditional way. So until now, 2023, you could not become a doctor in the UK without going to university. But from this year, September 2023, you'll be able to study medicine in the UK by doing an apprenticeship, which is basically on-the-job training. This means that your employer is going to pay you to study medicine. They're going to pay for you to become a doctor. That is something that is huge. For me, for example, personally, it really wouldn't be worth it for me. But if you're somebody who is already in healthcare and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I've always wanted to be a doctor, then this is your opportunity. But like I was saying, you need to look at, have you progressed in your career? How much are you earning? What do you want? Are you ready for the life of a doctor? Is that something that you've got a calling for? Because the truth is, you have to be dedicated. They have very long hours. It's a tough job. If you're already in healthcare, you know exactly what I mean. As a nurse practitioner, I work with doctors. It's a tough job. And personally, like I said, I wouldn't go for it, mainly because it's going to be a huge pay cut for me. What I earn now as a nurse practitioner is a lot compared to what I would be earning if I went and did medicine. So it would not be worth it for me for that reason, because I've progressed quite a lot, in my nursing journey. And so you've got to assess your personal circumstances, because healthcare professionals obviously are going to be preferred, especially if you're a nurse, you're a carer, you're a midwife, obviously you're a paramedic, you're a pharmacist. These people will obviously be preferred. It's a natural thing, because if you want to study medicine and you're already working in healthcare, it's obvious that you're going to be, you have higher chances, basically. So this is, again, another pathway that I'm really keen on. But if you want to get into this, obviously I can support you with that through my private coaching program. It's an apprenticeship scheme, which is going to have obviously eligibility criteria. You need to make sure, do you meet the criteria, residency. There's going to be quite a lot. So again, I've done a whole video on this particular pathway. If you're keen, you want to check out that particular video. So that's one of the changes that is coming up. Another change is from the Nursing and Midwifery Council regarding nurses, carers, as well as midwives. So they're going to be accepting employer references for qualified nurses and midwives who are working as carers in the UK. As you know, English has always been a huge contender, a massive obstacle for overseas nurses who want to work in the UK. So the NMC last year, finally acknowledged that this challenge, they want to do something about it to boost the number of nurses and midwives that are moving to the UK. Because as you know, the UK is currently short of over 60,000 nurses. These are official figures, but if you ask me, it's going to be over 100,000 nurses. So to boost these numbers, the NMC did a consultation, which had an overwhelming response from the public. I was one of those that really pushed the responses for those publications. So if you are one of those people that responded, thank you for that. You've had that impact, which is great, because as you are moving forward in nursing, we need to be making sure that we are leaving traces where other people coming after us can have it easier than what we have, which is what this is all about. Even my private coaching program, that's why I started. I had so many challenges, progressing in nursing, trying to find out different pathways, that I decided I was going to start my own private coaching program to support fellow nurses, people that want to get into nursing, people that are struggling with academic work, to go through that process without all the stress that I had. So basically, if you're already in the UK and you're a qualified nurse or carer back in your home country, you can use your employer's reference, to register with the NMC. Obviously, you're not exempted from the R to OET still, but you can only do that if you are missing the pass mark by, say, 0.5 or half a mark. So you still need to write the exams, but instead of redoing it, you've got this particular access. You've got to be working in healthcare. If you're working, say, in sales, you're working in a factory, that would not be accepted as experience. You've got to be working in health and social care, which means in NHS, nursing home, or private. It doesn't matter whether it's private or it's government or NHS, but it's got to be in health and social care. So you need to note that, and you're supposed to have worked for a set period of time with that employer. You also need senior nurses, or midwives, to be able to sign the reference form for you. So you have to make sure you have all that criteria. Again, if you're enjoying content like this, I just want you to like the video. It lets me know that you're enjoying it. I want you to leave out, I will implement down in the comment section. I also want you to leave any questions that you have regarding any of these changes. How do you feel about those changes? Do you think they're going to be significant? Will they impact you directly? Will they not? What are your feelings towards these particular changes? Do you think the changes from the NMC are going to make any difference? I've done a whole video about this particular one. So if this is something that you're keen on, you're a nurse, you're a midwife, you're a carer, you 100% want to check that particular video out, because it talks about this particular change in its entirety with all the details, the relevant details that it does have. So if you're out of the UK, instead of clubbing for 6 months, you've now got that extended for 12 months as well. So that is another change for you if you're still out of the UK and you're a nurse or midwife looking to move to the UK. The overall score has remained exactly the same, whether you're already in the UK or not. But these other minor changes, I think, even if they affect one person, it is still significant. And so for those of you that are part of my private coaching program, I'm keeping an eye on the information. I'm making sure that you're going to be the first to know when all these schemes are obviously in place, because that is my duty. I feel I'm at your service. I'm here to serve you, basically. So again, if you haven't joined that live session, you want to make sure that you check the comment section below. You want to join my newsletter, because not only will I send you that relevant information, but I'll send you the link to attend the live session so that we can interact. I can give you that information. I'll also tell you how I can support you with this journey. If you're already in the UK, I'm particularly passionate about, career progression pathways, because look, there's a lot that we can do. This career pathway is a way of getting into the room. It's a way of getting into the door so that you can then evolve, you can be your best self and take on the best opportunities that are available. Because the truth is, look, the UK is full of opportunities, but it is very, very challenging to know what those opportunities are and to be able to take on those opportunities. Because when you move here, everything can be very overwhelming, with work, trying to know a new place. You probably have an employer who is even toxic, because look, many of these employers, and just working and COVID-19 and the flu and everything, is just made their job very, very challenging, such that, with the staffing levels as well that are so low, everything is so hard. You're expected to work maybe longer hours, have fewer breaks and things like that. It can be very challenging. So if you have somebody that can support you with that process, somebody who's been through what you're going through, somebody who knows how to get you out of there, how to support you through that journey, so that you can upgrade yourself, in the most positive way possible, then why not go for it? And that's why, like I say, I'm very passionate about this career progression, and you know, I like to push you as well in order to be your best self. If you're watching my videos, I need that implementation from you. It's not a matter of, oh yeah, that was, watch another YouTube video. You keep watching video after video after video. What is the point? It's a waste of time. You need to implement the information. So leave a comment and say, Melvis, I will implement. If you've got any specific questions, also leave them in the comment section. I'm going to join you there and make sure I answer all of those questions, so that if there's any clarity that you need, then you have it. So these are the main changes that I'm really, really looking forward to, and I just cannot wait. If there's any list information available, I'll keep you posted, keep you updated. Obviously, if you're part of my private coaching program, I'll actively support you through that journey, that one-to-one support during those live sessions, to make sure that you're aware. If you've got any doubts, you know what's going on. So again, if you haven't subscribed, just hit subscribe, turn on that notification button, keep watching the videos. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.